We just moved that thing. We had it set up. Now it's all screwed up.
Hey, it's great to have you watching CNN 10 on this Tuesday,
So we
October
went
4th.
live.
I'm Carl Azuz at the CNN
Go and get
Center.
a room now and
We've
watch it.
reported a lot
Well, I got
lately
to
on
turn on
protests
the
in
mic though. You're not going to get any sound.
There have been a series of demonstrations as well for very different reasons. Lebanon have been calling attention to difficult economic conditions, government corruption, and unemployment.
It's not loud enough.
And those same issues are the
It's gotta be
reason
a lot
for
louder than that.
widespread protests in the nation of Iraq.
Really,
At least
single.
34
Now you're
people
all right.
there have been killed
Tell them to
in
watch
3
this.
days of
Right here.
demonstrations. And a human rights official,
The other
more
thing
than
is they got it
1,500
padded to
have
one
been
side.
injured,
What did they do that
including
for?
over 400 Iraqi
The reason why I
security
got it
workers.
padded to one
These are
side.
the largest protests Iraq has seen in
I'm watching the
decades.
singer.
In addition to
You're
corruption
padded way
and the
over
lack
here.
of jobs, people are upset about
Keep it in the
long
middle.
power outages. The demonstrators have stormed
You should
governor's
be
offices, setting
not in the
fires
red,
in the buildings,
occasionally
blocked
the yellow
roads,
would be
and
all set.
fought
I
with
just went through
police.
this with the high school
Security
report.
forces have used tear gas, water cannons,
now
and
that's
some
going
live
live.
Can we go turn
ammunition
out
to
of there?
break up the
But
crowd.
the only thing
The
is,
government has established a
Yeah,
curfew.
so I'm gonna have to
in
get a
the city
splitter.
of Baghdad
Yeah, that's
and
all. Let's just see
several
what
other
it
places.
sounds like.
It's also shut down
See
the
what the picture
internet
looks
in many
like.
parts of Iraq. Iraqi leaders say they're trying to meet the demands of the demonstrators, including working to find jobs for young Iraqis. The National Security Council also says it's doing what it can to protect people and property. The country continues to struggle from decades of war. Iraq fought with Iran for 8 years in the 1980s. It tried to take over neighboring Kuwait in 1990, but was pushed out by a U.S.-led group in 1991. Its longtime dictator, Saddam Hussein, was overthrown by a U.S.-led coalition in another war in 2003, and the nation's democratic government has battled the ISIS terrorist group between 2014 and 2017. So Iraq's struggles, which include high poverty and unemployment, continue to challenge the Middle Eastern nation. 10-second trivia. In which of these countries would you find Komodo Island? Indonesia, Philippines, Japan, or Mauritius? Komodo Island is one of more than 13,000 islands that make up Indonesia. This spring, we reported on how Indonesia's government was planning to close Komodo Island in 2020. That report came out after several people were arrested in March and accused of smuggling Komodo dragons off the island. As many as 41 of the lizards were sold in other countries for $35,000 each. Now, the Indonesian government says it plans to keep Komodo Island open, but it'll put limits on the number of tourists who are allowed to visit. Last year, 180,000 people made that trip. We don't know what the new limit will be or how much it'll cost to go there, but the Indonesian government is trying to balance calls for more wildlife protection with concerns that banning tourism will hurt the residents who depend on it for their income. Komodo dragons are considered a vulnerable species, meaning they could become endangered unless they're protected. There are more than 1,700 of these creatures on Komodo Island, and if you plan to go there, Komodo don't feed the wildlife. While they don't often attack people, the lizards are venomous and capable of killing someone.
Over here
They can become as
is
long as
CNN,
10
right?
feet and weigh 150
This is a
pounds.
composite signal.
A CNN
But
hero
the
is making
splitter
headlines
over
for her
here
work to help healing
is also
communities in Chicago, Illinois.
feeding the direct signal, so it would work.
Violent neighborhood there.
Here's a direct signal coming out. It's going in this channel over here. You wouldn't need to use the mic. You can just feed it through this channel right here. You don't need to worry about the microphone. Take the microphone out. All you need to do is split that thing. The microphone stays over here. You get the splitter. You stick the thing in front here. I think you're ready to go. Then you don't need to worry about the microphone.
be more expensive to run. But then again, it's a yacht, so money. Its developers say it'd be 367 feet long and capable of sailing as far as 3,750 nautical miles with a top speed of 17 knots. Its name? Aqua. Other sailors might keel over with envy when they see you hauled in the next hydro generation of boat. They might not think much of your fuel source and give you stern looks while saying diesel not work for everyone. Or they might sail it as something of great import, bowing with respect at your catamarancer. I guess whether they jib you about it or helm you extol its virtues depends on the tack they take, and of course, whatever floats your boat. I'm Carl Azus, your anchor for CNN 10, and Fridays are awesome. Hey, it's great to have you watching CNN 10 on this Friday, October